Hey everybody, I hope you're doing really well. It's your main man Anil coming live once again for Immunity for the Community podcast. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? I hope your weeks have gone very well after my last podcast last week on how you can aim to be 1% better each day on the Write Your Own Story course. Well, today I'm going to help you to find and rediscover your why on the Write Your Own Story course. That's right, your why as to why you want to get into shape, why this is so important to you, help you to make those clear distinctions, help you to find that why deep within yourself to show up for you and to become the best version of you on the Write Your Own Story course. So let's go right into it. So last week I talked about how we can aim to be 1% better each day on the Write Your Own Story course. And in you trying to be and aiming to be 1% better every day on the Write Your Own Story course, you're already 365% better after a year. If that's every week, you're already 52% better every single year. So there you go. That's a great formula. But now I'm going to go through the real root of it. Why? Why is fitness so important to you, ladies and gentlemen? I want to ask you guys right now, drop it in the comment section. What is your why for losing weight? I want to really understand what your why is. Drop it in there. Drop it in the comment section on my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram people. Drop it in there. Tell me why. Why is it that you want to get in shape? Now, if this is coming from an external factor such as people pleasing or trying to make somebody, impressed or look good, it's not going to work because it's got to come from you. It has to come from you, the person. And on the Write Your Own Story course, I'm going to help you to find and rediscover that why. Because beneath all of the situations you've been through, beneath all of the disappointments that you've had in your weight loss journey up until now, I can tell you that that lack of a clear why could be the reason why you've not followed through. It's got to come from within. It's got to come from you. It's got to come from giving yourself that self love and not looking externally for the validation. This is part of what I was talking about on getting 1% better each day and making sure that you no longer aim to justify yourself to outside people because end of the day you spend your time the most with yourself. After you go home after work, you're spending time with yourself. After you're in that gym, when you're in the gym, you're spending time with yourself. When you go to bed, you're spending time with yourself. And I understand where you're coming from, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to help you to find that real why, the real why of why this is important to you. So for me, I'm going to explain why my why was very important to me to get into shape, and hopefully that can help you to understand how you need to dig deep and where you need to go in order to pull that out of yourself. If you're struggling right now to come up with the answers, that's okay. So for me, my why of getting into shape was I no longer wanted to feel like that anymore. I no longer wanted to feel the embarrassment of being overweight. I no longer wanted to feel the lack of energy, the disappointments. Every time I set myself a target, I wanted to achieve something. I didn't follow through. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the time. I kept showing up late. I kept trying things and it didn't work. I didn't have the physical energy to do certain things. And I had enough of having low energy. I had enough of depression. And, ladies and gentlemen, you know that I've talked about this here before. I struggled with 15 years of depression. I struggled with so much depression from my addictions to junk food, from how I felt about myself, from all of those feelings about being overweight. And it was that day when I weighed in 305 pounds and I was crushed and I was determined. And I was said in that moment, I'm going to follow through. I'm going to do everything it takes to work with my personal trainer to get in shape. I will learn, I will grow, I will change, I will create the habits that will then lead me to success on my weight loss journey. It's something that I never did before. And that day, a great man helped me, my personal trainer. And today, me as the owner of Immunity for the Community, I'm here to help any one of you people who are ready on the Write Your Own Story course. I'm here to help all of you people, all of you amazing men who are struggling with your weight loss on the Write Your Own Story course, because somewhere beneath all of those disappointments is your real why. It could be that you didn't show up on time. It could be that you didn't have certain knowledge about food groups. It could be a lack of knowledge and understanding of the weight loss process. It could be a lack of understanding of the science of nutrition. It could be a lack of understanding of a lot of things. But all those elements are here in the Write Your Own Story course. Having gone through this journey myself, the highs and the lows, the peaks and the troughs, I know exactly how to get you from A to B. We're talking about the mindfulness portion as well as the nutrition portion. And in you having all these habits and you instilling the habits of waking up on time, of eating your meals on time, of having your food spread out over the course of a day, with your first meal starting at 7:30, with your middle of the morning starting at 10 to 10:30, with your lunch at 12:30 to 1, with your mid-afternoon snack at 3 o'clock, with your dinner at 5 to 6 o'clock, and then your late night supper snack at 8, you're going to see all the success, all of that working for you on the Write Your Own Story course. Because what this is a process of recalibrating you. This is a process of fine tuning you to find what your ambition really is. Why is this important to you? Now, hopefully, with those examples, you've started to understand why you want to lose weight, why it is that it matters to you, not why it matters to other people, not other people's judgment, why this is important to you. It's almost as if you may feel like an athlete who has trained up for the marathon every time, and for some reason, even though you've put in the work, you're just not finishing across that race line. It's like you've trained for that championship fight, and every time you get in there, you just quite miss out, and you miss out on points and you lose. That's how you may be feeling right now. I understand that. I've been there. A lot of people have been there. I understand you've been there as well. I understand that you have your own set of disappointments and failures that have happened with weight loss and other areas of your life. But as somebody who has come across so many obstacles in his life, I can tell you that nothing is permanent. This is all temporary. On the Write Your Own Story course here, I'm going to help you to find your real why. Now, we're going to walk through a guided meditation right now, and it's going to help you to find your inner hero, which is going to link to your inner why. So I want you to close your eyes. I'll keep mine open, but I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to visualize where you are right now on your weight loss journey. I want you to visualize what you're doing right now, the habits that you've formed, and what this has given you, your feelings of disappointment and guilt, sadness, grief, and not following through. I want you to see all of those bad habits. Not waking up on time, showing up late, skipping workouts, not eating the right food groups, and just generally not being happy with yourself. And I want you to understand that this has come across over time. You form these habits over time through disappointments, through not showing up, through it not going your way. And that's totally understandable, but we're here to change that. Now I want you to visualize the first conversation between me and you. I want you to visualize you're on the Write Your Own Story course. We're going through all of your disappointments. I want you to visualize that you're now learning about the fundamentals of weight loss and how you can lose weight each week following the plan. I want you to visualize all of these disappointments, and then I want you to visualize how you are using all the fundamentals in the Write Your Own Story course with the mindfulness and the practices of nutrition. I want you to see how that discipline is helping you to show up better. You're waking up with more energy. You're eating on time. You're enjoying your food. And then I want you to see your first workout. I want you to see yourself following through on your first workout. It's very difficult. It's not easy. It's not been easy for you up until this point, but you follow through. And I've coached you through it. And with you following through on that first workout and first week on the Write Your Own Story course, you've already instilled new habits, implemented new habits. And the way the mind works is it will do what we tell it to do. So here's what we're going to tell it to do. I want you to visualize your inner hero. I want you to give that inner hero a name. What's their name? For me, it's the inner Rocky. For you, it might be Batman. It might be Superman. It might be the Avengers. Let it be whoever you want it to be. It doesn't matter. What does this hero look like? How many obstacles does this hero overcome? Think about this hero. how many times this hero has been knocked down. But then think about how many times they've got up. Think about Rocky Balboa. He went so many rounds with Creed, and then on the second fight he won. I want you to think about that. I want you to tap into that underdog energy as the warrior. I want you to see that as the underdog, you've got the advantage. Because while nobody's expecting anything of you, you're going to come out on top. Because now you're competing with yourself. You ain't caring about what other people think. I want you to tap into that underdog, the warrior inside, and I want you to let that warrior speak to you in such a heroic way. I want you to visualize that warrior is making a sound. Visualize that strong sound, fist pump, yes. Say yes, yes. And I want you to see what your real why is, and link that to the warrior, the hero that you've made inside yourself. Now you've given your warrior a name. Let's call it the inner Rocky, for example. What is your why? Why does the inner Rocky want to get in shape? He wants to be on time. He wants to be present for his family. He wants to be happy with his friends. He wants to feel connected. He wants to get out of loneliness. He wants to have a work-life balance. He wants to be able to enjoy the occasional treat of junk food, but not every day. And he wants healthy routines, and he wants energy, and he wants to feel fulfilled in his life, and he wants love. I want you to bring that all together, and I want you to see now how you have found your why. With all of those questions, you've found your real why. Now I want you to see that same situation where you feel that you failed, or you have gone off track on your weight loss course. And now I want you to see it from the point of view that you are now the inner hero. You're activating that inner hero, because that's what we need in this moment. We need the hero with the resilience and the strength to push through and to make you make this decision. And now, from that vantage point of having the hero, I want you to see how the hero gets back up. I want you to see how Rocky Balboa goes many rounds, but he's ready for another round. He ain't going to be stopped. And now this next week is your next round. And there you go. You go again a second week on the Write Your Own Story course. More success. Amazing. And I want you to visualize that I'm high-fiving you, I'm hugging you, I'm shaking your hand, I'm acknowledging you and saying well done for showing up for you and respecting yourself and respecting your time and loving yourself. Because I'm the good coach and I encourage people to do better. I give you constructive feedback. And I'm doing seva by every time I help one of you great souls, which means service to my community, servicing all the community on the mindfulness side, on the nutrition side. Now from this great moment, I want you to visualize that you are encouraged to carry on the Write Your Own Story course. I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to slowly open your eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, how did that feel? Guys, how did that feel to activate the inner warrior, to find what your real why is on the Write Your Own Story course? If you're ready to lose weight in 2024 on the Write Your Own Story course, reach out to me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook at Immunity for the Community. I can start you off on the bronze package. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure serving you at the highest level. As will say everybody, channel your inner Rocky. Let's go.